So I ended up going to Turner's Fisheries afterwards, and I had to say that their clam chowder was very well done. Turner's Fisheries is known for their clam chowder, and for their New England clam chowder, and in fact that it's listed as the best clam chowder according to the series Eats Dining Out Guide in Boston. So I have to say that from the pictures you can see it is very nicely well plated, I have to say, and they have like these little crackers that are kind of pillow looking. Very nice touch. And I have to say that the chowder there is delicate. It's actually not extremely creamy. You can taste that clam juice in that's used as a base, but it's not separating with the cream. It's actually very nicely folded in. Every bite you definitely got a good piece of seafood, good piece of clam, and then you get a really nice creamy potato flavor from the potatoes and a little bit of the celery crunch. So I have to say that definitely go to Turner's Fisheries for the clam chowder. Now, I had an entree, and unfortunately I did not care too much for it. It was the seafood risotto, which basically had a, as you can see from the picture, Alright, I was very disappointed by the seafood risotto that I had from Turner's Fisheries. And it had a half of a tail of a baby lobster. It had squid and scallops, and also had some shrimp, as you can see from the picture, as well as some grape tomatoes, some nicely halved grape tomatoes around the sides. And I was really disappointed, actually. The shrimp were just barely cooked. Also, a lot of the bits of rice were still kind of extremely raw. And I was trying to be nice because it's, I don't know if the risotto is supposed to be like that. I remember risotto being supposed to be smooth and clean. Now, this one had a very sharp bite because of the cheese, but also had a crunchiness because some of the rice was not fully cooked in the risotto. It's almost like when you actually attempt to eat rice when it's not fully cooked. It's that kind of like grainy touch to it, and so I definitely wouldn't go there for the seafood risotto. Again, if that's their style of risotto, I definitely would do a pass on that. But I have to say that the clam chowder is great. So if you're going there, just grab a clam chowder for an appetizer and just walk out. That's fine. So I have to say, I didn't really go to Turner's Fisheries for the risotto or for the entree, but since I was sitting at the table, might as well give it a try. I mean, hell, if their clam chowder is that good, so everything else should be good. Now, it should. But unfortunately, no. And I still have some other stuff to eat here, but I'm stuffed. I think I'm getting a hangover from like the sugar rush, so it's like my body's trying to, at least catch up with the sugar somehow, and I'm drinking water like crazy because I'm just going nuts because I've had so much, and I've been drinking some tea with nothing in it. Just trying to cleanse my body a little bit. I think I've had way too much sugar in the last 2 days, but overall it's pretty cool. And I'm also starting to get sick of eating a lot of food. I just can't do it anymore. I really gotta pace myself, but tomorrow is gonna be less food and more of a touristy kind of walk around, maybe do the Freedom Trail to walk off some of the meals that I've had here in Chicago. So definitely we'll see, because I still have the Union Oyster House, I believe. Yeah, the Union Oyster House, which is the oldest restaurant in America, to do, and I'll give that a try. And I was thinking about going back to Neptune Oyster Bar to try their cold version of their lobster roll. Maybe I'll just have it to go, so I can, because it's very close to where my hotel is, and we can give that a try. Also, maybe I'll take a walk on the waterfront and see if I could find a local bakery or local Italian place in the North End that I could try. But for the most part, I mean, I didn't really have too many restaurants to cover in in Boston. It was just because Boston, there's someone here that could take me around a little bit. I wanted to see the sights because I've never been to Boston before, or at least I don't remember being in Boston before, and see how everything is. And I have to say that if you're really a seafood lover, this is the place for you. I mean, everybody serves some sort of seafood. Although there is another place I wanted to go to as well, but they only serve dinner, and that was a recommendation from a woman I met at a barbecue during Labor Day, and she used to work as a waitress, I believe, at the Hammersley's Bistro, and I was going to take a look at that as well. Those are all in the South End, or the South Bay, they call it. So, who knows. I also am planning to do a trip to MIT's museum, because it's in Cambridge, and it's just a train stop away, as well as Harvard. Can never go there. I'm not into law or medicine, and but I just wanted to see what Harvard looked like. For as much rich kids and very smart intellectual people that go there, I want to see what it's all about. So anyway, just me rambling on. So this is the end of it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you the next day of Boston.